Hello, wonderful community and viewers today. This is Bible Expository. I am Prophet Joel Atumab, the senior pastor of the Lord's Prophecies Church, beside the Superlative Free Station, opposite the Ibetosment Complex, Umahia, Abia State. I came to bring to you another interesting topic, which you have been wanting to hear about. It is called the concept of prayer. Now, the first point of the concept of prayer is the understanding of what prayer actually is. What am I trying to say? You need to understand that it's a standing position that has been designed for you to be effective in the place of prayer. And until you come to that spiritual understanding, the prayers will be futile. What am I trying to say in essence? Child of God, there is an understanding that you must have before your prayer can become effective. That is the understanding of the personality of God as Abba. We said we cry, Abba, Father. That concept is ownership. Until you understand that God owns you, when you understand that God is the Father. Now, one of the responsibilities of the Father, or the primary responsibility of the Father, is provision. Another responsibility of the Father is protection. So when you approach God with the mindset and with the spiritual understanding that He is Father, and His ability as Father is to provide and protect, that basement gives you a fundamental right to ask anything from Him. For example, you know, when the school is being about to open and you have a little child, maybe the father is indoors praying and say nobody should disturb him. The little child does not know what the father means. The little child will knock at the door and keep on disturbing. Everybody as an adult in the house, no one knocks at the father's door except the little child. And then after a while, the father can come open the door. And then that particular principle of I don't want to be disturbed has been truncated or has been violated by a child. And yet, the father does not take offense. Why? Because the child understands the place of responsibility, that this is my father. So when you are approaching God, you have to have an understanding that the person you are approaching is not an entity, he is a father. If you throw away the concept of fatherhood when you are approaching God, let me tell you what will happen. There will be a fundamental defect in your prayer life, because you will begin to talk to God as if he's a foreigner. You begin to talk to God as if it's something you cannot relate with. And He does not want to have children, not that He doesn't want to relate. I don't think any father on earth will want to have a child that he cannot relate with. And so when you approach God with the concept and the mind, the confidence is there with you that this is your father you are talking to, and He will want to listen to you. It gives you a fundamental basement for you to approach God with confidence. He said, come with confidence and boldness to the throne room of the Father. You will never approach that throne room until the confidence of fatherhood is built. It doesn't matter. Even the prodigal son, at a point in time in his life, he realized that actually this is not what my family is all about. I will need to return back to my father. And when he decided to return back to his father, as a father, protection and provision is the first thing. He welcomed him back. He removed his clothes and asked him how he was feeling. And they began to interact. And he hosted the party because he is the responsibility of it. It is the responsibility of a father to do such a thing to the son. So what am I trying to say? Today, child of God, I want you to approach God with the sense of fatherhood, that this is my father. He can't fail me. He cannot. A child might be passing through and then he sees an ice cream. He begins to hold the father. They want to lick ice cream. And if everybody in the house wants to have peace, the ice cream must be provided. The child does not want to know the economy of the nation. The child does not want to understand whether the father has money or not. The ice cream must be provided. When you approach God with that mentality that He is your father, remember, all things belong to Him. He's seated upon the surface of the earth, and He watches the sons of man as grasshopper. He said the heart of the kings is in His hands. And when you understand who your father is, there is a certain way you move your life. When you are praying, there's a confidence you have that the man you are talking to has the ability to do whatsoever it takes to give you what you want. And I came to tell you today, you have a father in heaven. Take that advantage of having such a father. Take such advantage of having such a family. And when you are praying, remember, there are bounds of intercessors, the likes of Abraham, the likes of Isaac, the likes of Elijah and Moses. They are interceding with you. He said, we are encompassed by a great cloud of witness. This cloud of witness are the powerful men which have gone ahead of us. We call them the patriarchs. And remember, if they are walking with you, then your spirit is not just alone. The spirit of just men will be made perfect. If you understand this, that you are not walking alone, then there is no prayer that will not bring a response from God. Remember, God is your Father. I love you. See you next time in Bible Exposition.